Oh, okay. Oh my, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for taking care of me. Thank you for taking care of Rashini. There he is. Thank you for taking care of Hoopsie and for the beautiful experience. Yeah, it was a beautiful, beautiful experience. And then coming here and just needing to... Rashini he didn't want to get into Hoopsie this morning, and he wanted to take a walk around. And then he was like, okay, we can get into Hoopsie. And I brought him down here to the dock area where's the ramp, the West Wetlands. And he wasn't really too interested in a whole lot there either, except for, and was ready to get back into Hoopsie. And then we get to, we picked up our part at O'Reilly's. The manager there is just fantastic and remembered me. He's like, I've got your part. And went to the Valvoline, and there was an elder there. The boss was there, and he took charge of putting that part in. It's not something that they normally do, but he said, I'll be happy to do it for you, and was instructing them on the 4-wheel drive and the whole 9 yards, and taking care of all the pieces. And air filter is freaking-tastic, and got the fuel cleaner in her. And the manager at O'Reilly's was really helpful with that, with knowing exactly what she was going to need. And it's just a beautiful, beautiful experience. And so I'm like, and Rashini was shaking the entire time and sitting right on my lap. And I was a little bit nervous too, but we breathed right through it and had a lot of really good jokes, about the difference between motorcycles and cars, especially her. Ooh, dove right down in the waters. And yeah, it was beautiful. And then the comparison with a gentleman who came in next to me, and he just about took the dude underneath's head off and left without any oil in his truck, and was very combative. And they were like, we got a jumper here, but they would not let him leave without any oil in his truck. And he then took right off and had a slightly change of tune. Rashini and I started singing, and that's when Rashini started getting all kind of quirky, and so we started singing, and we shifted the vibe, and it was beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So we get down here, I'm like, let's treat ourselves, and go down to the East Wetlands, because I was looking over, and I'm like, Chief deserves it. Past 2 days, he sat through a lady shaving my head and a blow dryer and the car wash, and now the getting Hoopsie taken care of. And it's like our schedule's not the same. Gee, Kahoo, what is going on here? And then these big, loud, monstrous helicopters overhead in the middle of the night. It's just, it's very, very interesting. So we get down here, and it's like, we get down to our favorite little spot. There was a tobacco offering down in this little hole. Chief stuck his nose down in there and lifted his nose right back up and looked at me, and I was like, oh, okay, well, we've got some tobacco here. Okay, so I need to offer some prayers. And I was smiling, because it's so beautiful seeing how the whole world world is coming together, even be and shift in mindsets, and then sharing, taking the courage and sharing my story a little bit this morning, and going, it's understanding where these people are coming from. I was one of them many, many moons ago, many, many, many moons ago, and wanted to commit suicide, and was just like, I need to get out of this. And that spark got sparked in me, and shifted my entire life, and going from what I call my biological family to my spirit family, and making that. So I can understand, and how it can take you, that energy can take someone over, and then shedding those layers. And so we were sitting here, we got down to the favorite little spot, and like I said, so I offered the tobacco. I want a life, that I want to focus on a life that makes me smile all the time, even through the tears, even through some sadness. Even, it's not like, the monk said, it's not that you don't feel it, but you bless it. You bless it. There's a beautiful feather floating across right above the white. Beautiful. It just landed in the river. Wow, that was gorgeous. That was gorgeous. And so, and then just allowing, and staying focused on that peace, that dignity, that freedom, that kind of a love that we want to experience. We are love experiencing itself. But now we know. I remember when my adopted mom shared that. She says, yes, okay, so we've been through all of these experiences. We've done it numerous times. It's kind of that, it's been offered once, offered twice, offered three, offered four, and you either accept it or you don't the last go around. And this is what I feel like for humanity is this last go around. What do we really want to make of this? And so many are connecting in that spark, and that's the cosmos. I turn that over to the cosmos, the energies of the planets and the stars and the interstellar, objects moving through our system. It's like that 1, 2, 3 go, and the sunspots, and reminding ourselves what's really, really, truly important, and offering our gratitude to all that we have learned and experienced through this era, and saying, what do we want to bring forward? What do we want to bring forward? And we definitely want to bring forward the peace, the dignity, and the freedom. And that is we've gone over the tipping edge, and it has become a blaze now across the world. And that discernment, you could say, that discernment on a collective level is one of the gifts of this last era. And that we're not at a point of no return, but we are at a point of, okay, thank you, and let's move this to a whole other. I want to live in a community where I can smile all the time, and you're trusting all the other animals in your world, whether they're two-legged, four-legged, winged ones, creepy crawlers, the swimming ones, that harmony, harmony. So I was feeling that, and I pulled this stone out, and I just dropped right into that resonance. Just my new heart. she's translucent. As she understands the darkness inside of her, yet keeps bringing it to the light and cuts right through it. It's also a tool. Also a tool, an actual tool. So for this, I'm very, very, very grateful. Finding her. Oh, it's been a few weeks back when I had that real big peace that really settled into my bones. And yeah, there's been this little wobble, but it's stabilizing through the wobbles, moving through it, not trying to go around it, not trying to go under it, not trying to go over it, but moving right through it and keeping that focus. So yeah, thank you. So in doing that, there was the vulture that just soared right overhead. The sapsucker started sapping in the tree. We got over to this space and sat down, and I offered the tobacco and the prayers, and the loons come swimming up here and swam back, and speaking about the monks and keeping that focus, and that feather landed, and this beautiful, beautiful, peaceful space. There's a lot less traffic down this way, down this yonder. I find that interesting. So maybe we will do a shift for a little while on our morning practices, our morning obstacle course, because it's tomorrow is grocery, thank you Spirit, and grandmothers. So when we reignite, I believe we'll come down this way for a while and shift it up some. Beautiful little bird landed right on that cane down there. So cool. They land and they kind of wing. Okay, Rashini is wanting to move along now. He's like, okay, Kaho, let's cruise along some more.